Good morning. Hello. What's going on? Hello. Joseph from Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. You'll be happy with this pattern, Joseph. It's free. Totally free. All of our patterns for not all of ours, but the ones that we have found are all free, and the one that we are including in this quilt that we've designed is also free. So it should be a very fun project. Hello from Australia. It's pretty late for you. What time is it? It's like 1 in the morning. I can't make it to 1 in the morning. I need my sleep. Hello, Naomi. I hope I said that right. I'm happy you're here too. You're welcome. You're welcome. So this one, our first project is going to be a coffin, and it's free paper pieces called Coffin Quilt Block, and Pop will have the link. I'm not sure where it's going to be. What a good idea to meet today. It was a fantastic idea. It's actually Pop's idea, so thank him. I'm happy to be here too. Very happy. We had a good crossing guard morning, and the sun is shining, and I walked with the dogs and my friend Mary Jo, and we've had some good fun. So there's the block that we're going to be doing, and if you want to follow along with this quilt, you'll need to do 10 of them. Okay, so I chose really 2 main feature fabrics to be as my coffins. It's a bit of black and white with, you know, scorpions and spiders and all sorts of goods and crows on it and bats. And then this other one's just got a little more of a, you know, fun little decorative. But I really liked it. To me, it looked, you know, I don't know, I liked it. To me, it suited it. So I thought it was kind of pretty. So here I'll put, we don't have the iron cam, Sarah. Darn it, hold on. That was all my bad. I don't even know if we're gonna be able to do it, but that was totally my bad. Okay, hold on there, and there's some of the fabrics I'll be using to make my coffins. Actually, I'll bring you 2 down here so you can see. Better, it's probably better. There's the one. Let's put the scorpions right in the center on that one. And then this one just had that bit of a fun fabric. So I'll put a little piece there, and a little piece there, so you can kind of see what it all looks like. So good morning, good morning. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Pop. So yeah, we're going to be making 10 of those. Well, I've already done some. So I've got 4, and we'll make 3 today, and then I have a few more to finish off. So that's what you're going to have to do. So we have 2 going around each of the outside spots on each of the sides, and that is called the burgundy block that you will see, the darker burgundy block when you look at the whole picture as you came in. And then there's 2 to go kind of around our central panel. So there's 1 in here, 1 in here. So you just need to do 10, okay? So what's everybody doing today? Hello, Mary Lee. Hello, Kaylin and June and Ann. Close enough? Okay, hold on. Okay, how do you say it? I want to say it right. I don't want to say it wrong. Hello, Lorraine. 10:48 here in Perth. Oh, okay, it's not too bad. That's not too bad. Uh-oh, here's trouble. Trouble of the short feline kind. Having coffee. I've already had like a tea, and then I had some water when I got back from my walk, and then I have another water. So happy September, exactly. Oh, working on a quilt. Very nice, Joseph. Very nice. You're supposed to be working. I won't tell, Pauline. I won't tell. Hey, come here, buddy. Hi. Hi. You want to come say hi to the peoples? Come here. You good? Come here. Meow. No, you don't want to see me? You don't want to see the peoples? Meow. You want me to pick you up? Oh, you're so picky. You're so picky, Mr. Clive. What are you doing? There we go. Yeah, so it'll be the darker squares on the outsides. So that's where those will... Naomi. Naomi? Okay, I think I called you Naomi, and I'm sorry. Love to see Clive. Becky says hi. She's going to give you cuddles. Yeah, she's going to give you scratches and cuddles. He's a good cat. Most time. Him and Sophie were playing in the yard earlier. It was kind of funny. Dying with a migraine? Oh, I'm sorry. Clean up your craft mess from the week. I know, we have to kind of keep up on that, right? Oh, there we go. He's like, no, I can help. This is a wonderful beginner paper piecing project because there's only 7 little bits, really. And if you've never tried it and were hesitant about doing it, this one is definitely a good starter one and definitely a fun one to do. So you could make little pillows out of this. You could put a bunch together and do a pillow. You can do it as a border feature. If you liked it so much, you can put an extra border around the whole quilt with all the coffins. I mean, it's up to you. You could also use Dresdens, the shape of a Dresden, if you just wanted to applique something down as well. If you don't want to even try the paper piecing, get the shape is similar. You know, there you go. Just applique something down on a square of 6 by 6.5 by 6.5. Yes, we've been having, actually we had the electric company come out and rewire from the pole to the house because we were having issues all week, like from, which pretty much after actually before the live stream on Saturday, what is it, the UPS, honey? Yeah, the UPS was was beeping and binging and twinging like crazy, and that's why the system had to restart and everything else. And I thought we were going to be late for the live stream, and it was just like, you know, a show, as they call it, sometimes a poop show. And it's been really bad. Like you turn on the microwave and it goes, and you can hear it in the pump for the water coming up from the well. And yeah, so they had to rewire everything. They rewired the whole right from the pole right to the house. So, because they could tell it was something out there and not actually something in the house. And there was a big heavy draw. Something was drawing definitely some heavy voltage. So it was not fun. All black, Joey. That's cute. I like that name for a cat. Okay, so the coffin is what you're placing down as your first block, as your first piece. And you really, if you have any feature fabric, like the spiders that you wanted to make sure they were lined up, I just cut some funky of the fabric that was very Halloween-y like. So, but you know, there's this one on here. The tree, I made sure the tree was pretty much center in where that coffin was going to go. And I held it up to the light just so I can make sure. I'm like, okay, you know, that looks good. So let's put it that way, put a little pin in it. Pat, one of our fans, she suggested just using a dab of glue, but put it where you're not going to sew. Oh, like, really, that makes sense, right? So, so if you're having issues, maybe flipping and flopping, going back and forth, because you place it on the back of the fabric and you're sewing on these lines. So sometimes it's a little bit hard to wrap your brain around. This one's actually a pretty good, easy project to do. So why not start off with that one? So happy to catch you live, says Ann. I'm good. Glad you're here. And Tanya Jones, hello. Helly, my power went off yesterday evening. Poof, and all went dark for 2 hours. Oh, yikes. That's not good. Yeah, we were in the dark for a little bit on the other night as we were trying to fix it. But he got a buddy to help him with the call, and they got it done pretty quick. So, all right, so let's make one of each of the ones I got going on here. Because I'm going to make two of these ones with this fabric, because that's our feature fabric, which is the white spots that you'll see on the pattern. This is we're using as our feature fabric. So I'm going to make 2 of those coffins that are going to kind of just border out a little bit, but they're going to be surrounded by gray to help kind of pull it all together. So 2 of those around the center, and then I'm mixing my grays and my whites for the outsides. Hi, Misty. How are ya? Hello, Glenda. All right, so once we have that in place, that first little bit for the paper piecing for the coffin, we need our 2 small little bits, okay? And 2 and 3 are exactly the same, so you just want to make sure you're laying it straight, folding on that 2 line towards you, okay? And then lining up your little gray piece that you need, just slip it right under. Oops, don't slip it too far. Make sure it's going to cover the space you need. What's up, Sophie? Uh-oh, Mr. Clive took your bed. He took your bed, didn't he? Why is he just goes and lays right in the middle of your bed? Want to come say hi to the peoples?
Hey, did we have fun on our little walk this morning? Yes, we did. Yes, we did, didn't we, Rolfie Poppies?
Yes, her and Miss Harley were all running around. She's a husky. Harley's a husky, and boy, does she ever run. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she outshines you. You're Popey. Pokey Popey. She is a pretty fur baby, aren't you? Yes. She's a mix. She's, hold on. German Shepherd, Roddy, Retriever, and something else. I forgot. But she's definitely unique. I have nothing for you. I'm sorry. I didn't bring any snackies over here. Right? Got lovin's. That's all I got. Yes, she's a pretty fur baby. She's very good. People are like, bring her to crossing guard. I'm like, I can't bring my dog to work. I need to focus on the traffic and the children, not my dog. All right, so line that up. You did hold it, or like they say, sometimes a little dab of glue will do you. Underneath your machine, and make sure you're turning your stitch length down low. Some people, actually I had someone suggest, because I think I turned it down to 1.4 last time, and they said, you know what, keep it down to 1. And I'm like, really? They're like, anywhere in 1.2. I'm like, oh, let's go 110, just be rebel, right in the center. But they said the tinier the better. It helps with the peeling of the paper. I'm like, okay, I'll take your advice and run with it. It's slow on the stitching because you're doing more as it's going along, but. So that's the first one, and we're just gonna fold it up and make sure it's gonna cross. Sorry, honey. Back to the small camera. Yeah, sorry. It's going to come up across where you're going to need it to be able to trim, because that's going to be your trim line. I rough cutted my square. So this is going to be your seam allowance. That little tiny border shape in there, that is your seam allowance. It's 1/4. So this will be the top of your block, and this will be the bottom of your block. So that little gray piece that is representing number 2 is going to make sure you come up way up and over that. And then we're just going to do the same thing with 3, is fold it on that line. Place our gray fabric lined up where it needs to be. We could trim that piece a little bit because it's a little long, but right there, and then when we sew and flip up, it's definitely going to cover that, okay? So hopefully that helps. I know sometimes people are very afraid to try paper piecing, and don't be afraid. That's why I thought this was a great starter project for this quilt. And we'll have, another paper piece project coming along. There's a pumpkin, and Pop has the link. Pop has the link, Vicki. You don't really need to shout. Did you know that caps means you're shouting? I was like, you don't need to shout, darling. We're all here. All right, so there we go. We got the 2 and the 3 on. We could give it a little bit of a press at this point in time. Take our pin out, our beautiful little heart-shaped pin. Okay, just kind of press those fabrics where we want them. And then we're going to end up kind of trimming them off. We're going to do our folds where we need to at 4 and 5. It almost kind of looks like a little bit of a spaceship at that point in time. You could actually build a spaceship with that. I just realized. I mean spaceships. I'm calling home to my planet, people. You fold on the 4, and then you trim with the 1/4 inch, and then you're lining up your gray pieces. Because once you have that one feature fabric of your coffin, the rest is just your background or your block fabric. Like we chose the lovely gray here just to shine out, okay? It is a cute little project. Hello, Allison. It's a great project. So very nice and easy to start for somebody who's, maybe want to do this as a project with a grandkid or a daughter or son or something, or even a nephew or a niece, as a Halloween celebration quilt. They're still into it and want to celebrate. This would be a lovely project to go along. All free patterns, and definitely worth the fun. Okay. So folding on that 4, using my add 1/4 ruler that was gifted to me, and then just trimming up. I'm going to do the both sides because we're going to have to put the grays on the both sides, okay? So, and then fold again on the 5, because this is the 4, this is the 5. You got to fold it all the way up. You say, oh, well, the fold only ends there, but you actually have to lay the piece, trim it and lay the pieces the right way. Okay. And of course, with paper piecing, there's always a bit of waste, but you could always use those for scrappy things elsewhere. Well, Be frugal. And then comes the 2 shorter pieces. On this quilt block itself also gives you all the measurements and sizes to cut out. So it's a rockin' pattern, that's for sure. Hello, Robin. Just starting first period, so I can't stay long but watch it. Okay, well, happy Allison, happy you're here. And then we're just going to add those 2 on there. So these are, we'd be adding the 3 3/4 by the 5 1/2. And we want to make sure, because our piece goes from here to here, okay? Not at the top of where we've cut it. We want to make sure we're covering this triangle. So we're going to scoot the gray down here. Make sure it's still lined up at the top, okay? See, here's where my corner piece is right there. So I know that I have that extra fabric to be able, once sewn, flip over and be able to cover all those pieces that I need to on that side. Then we cut it out, okay? So we just got to do a little more. Just have to make sure it's a little bit bigger than needed for the project. Unfortunately, that's the way it is with paper pasting. But make sure that you're covering enough down here. Like I said, once sewn, flip it and you're like, okay, good, that whole piece of paper is covered. That is the key. Okay. Like I said, some people just put a little dab of glue. I'm assuming just school glue, like the little stick glue. To me, that seems to make sense. And go from there. Oh, Doris. Hello, Bridget. Sloan. I hope I said your name right. Okay, well, I'm on 5 first, but that 4 and 5 are pretty much the same. So you go left or right to left, whatever. It doesn't. I don't think it really matters, but you follow with the way you want to go. I just happen to end up this way, so this is where we're going. Straight all the way down. Don't go into your seam allowance. Try not to, okay? And then flip that over, because you don't want, when placing your other piece of fabric, to get this sewn down. So flip it over, give a little finger press, okay? And then with your other fabric, again, you can see where the line of the fabric is, line of the pattern is, and how you're going to line that up. Making sure you have enough to cover the end here when flipped to come over here, and enough to cover the top part. Okay, so you can see definitely in the light shadow there how I'm trying to be able to cover that piece on the pattern. Okay, so from there, hold it tight, flip it under the needle, and sew down. And then we just have 6 and 7, and that's a block done. Okay. Sorry, I blocked it with my hand there. Why don't you go all the way down the seam allowances? Because when you fold it like this, Helly, and then we'll trim it, and then it has you folding going this way, so it ends up covering the whole block in the end. Because then I don't know. It's just the way they've designed it. I don't want to be confusing, but I do want to help. So I'm going to press this, and then I'm going to fold on the 7 and the 6 lines and trim up and be able to lay my last piece. Okay, last 2 pieces. Maybe as we're building, it'll help. It'll help understand. Okay, so now we got there. We're going to fold on our 6th line. Do a trim. Okay. And then on our 7 line. And this little ruler just butts right up against your little fold and gives you an instant 1/4. It's beautiful. Okay. And now we have that part. Like I said, it totally could be a spaceship. Build it out the right way. And then we're just going to add those 2 bigger pieces, which are 3 1/4 by 7 1/4, and then that ends up covering all that. Once you put the seam allowance along that long edge right there, flipped out, covers the whole block. Okay. So let's do those 2. Line it up. Make sure we're covering the top and the bottom with that length of fabric that they've given us to cut, and then when flipped over. Okay. Here, let's do it on the 6 side this time. Follow the directions. And I'm assuming you can use a lot of these, your block background fabric for other bits and stuff, right? So, oh, into work today? What's going on? I've been waiting for some of our friends down south in Florida bound and all those southern, and now it's actually coming up on the side. It's coming up the Carolinas. See if they're all good. Those little coffins. Aren't they cute? They're so cute. And again, we're just going to finger press and then line up our other fabric to do the same thing. And then sew and flip. Okay. And then we'll trim it out after we give it a good press. Sunday? Uh-oh. Yikes. Yes, I knew it was coming up that way. They did say, the Maritimes, to beware. All right, so now it looks like that. Okay. Good morning, Amy. Happy you're here. And the square looks like that. And now we're just going to press and then trim up. And we're going to trim on that line that, you know, that's the solid one, and then gives us our 1/4 inch seam allowance to put the blocks together. So, yes, aren't they cute? They're super cute. And this one I tried to get the tree in the center, so I think I did okay. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? Spooky. All right, now take our ruler. Happy Friday, exactly. So did the kids look? First week already done. One's like, I already got homework. I'm like, yes, well, you should. It's school. And there is our cute little block once trimmed on the lines. We'll put that in there now. We got a gathering going on here, people. We got a gathering going on. All right, then we're gonna take the paper, recycle that, move the fabric over to the bin. I know it seems like a lot, but I'm sure you can do something with those triangles. It just makes it so much better. But if you don't want to, just grab 6.5 inch squares and do an applique of a coffin on top. Okay. Who was curious about today's project? We're starting our Halloween quilt. All right, this seems a little long. It is. I only need 6. It's cute, isn't it, Melinda? All right, and then again, starting with my coffin fabric in the center where it is number 1. Placing it out. Sometimes, like I said, if you have something that's visual, you really want in the center, hold it up to the light. Make sure you're pinning it in the right spot. You're happy with the layout. And then, you know, either do a little dab of glue here and stick her down, or put a little pin in to hold her. So, yes, that's right. That's right, Pop. Make 10, because there's 2 for each outside edges and then 2 for the center. Indeed, indeed. What's the colorful squares in the corner? Oh, in regards to the wall, the pattern, or my desk? You're in no hurry. I'm in no hurry to get there either. But the way some people drive nowadays, they seem to be. So there's a new police officer for our area, Officer Matt. So I met and chatted with him for quite a bit yesterday, and he comes over to me. It was after a second bell, so pretty much most of the kids were on the school grounds and it's starting to get quiet. And he goes, I could really, because he was there when I got there in the morning, so, you know, parked. And so I gave a little wave when I got to my spot and the lights flashed. So I didn't know if we were going to talk or not, but kind of glad he did. And so he comes over and he goes, I can tell you know what you're doing. I said, this is going on my 11th year. He goes, yes, that explains. He goes, you got to really control over this, the kids and the traffic. And he goes, this street is really busy. He goes, this highway is really busy. I go, it is. It's got really busy over the last 2 or 3 years as well. And he goes, so, you know, we just talked about this and talked about that. And I said to him, he goes, so do you think having a presence here today is helping? I said, of course, you know, the big truckers are going to slow down and they're obviously going to communicate to each other, you know, but yeah, it went well. It did. And we had a good chat. So I'm glad I know him. And if I need any help or assistance or whatever, he's going to be there for me. And yeah, he said, I impressed him. The way and he says, you're waving to everybody and everybody's waving back at you. I said, yeah, I know everybody. And I said, and I'm not afraid to tattletale on them either. Oh, I have finally found you, finally got to catch you live. Oh, hello, Margaret Stevens, how are you? It's like really late for you. Hope you got a snack. Oh, thank you, Carol. He said he actually made a specific comment about one of the kids that, you know, sometimes doesn't always want to listen to me, and I've always had a nice word to say, and I don't get mad at her or angry. I just, you know, try to have the patience because, you know, we're all growing, we're learning as a community and growing as a community. And so when she was riding down on her bike, normally, as he was seeing us kids were approaching, I'd, you know, prep and count, you know, okay, how many steps between them? Are they going to be able to come around the same time? Make that one wait like 30 seconds for the other group gathering, you know, and then least amount of stops for the traffic, right? So he goes, but I noticed when you stop you moved into position for when the biker was coming down the hill, you moved to block to get off her bike. And he says, good. I'm glad I'm like, I said, I don't want to be the pesky or the mean, but the rules are rules, and I will fight. I will fight for those rules, and don't make me angry or you won't like it. So, but yeah, this year, I even said to Pop, she's growing, she's learning, she's maturing, she's in grade 6. So a lot of the, I'm so rebellious and got to do my own thing is not so much there anymore. So, but yes, I'm happy. I'm happy she's listening because she's a lovely girl. It's just when she gets that stubbornness that she thinks she's, you know, she's invincible. She thinks she's invincible, and the risks she takes makes me very scared. But I don't give up. Never give up, never surrender. I'm always constantly on her. So he laughed. He goes, oh, you got one of those. I go, well, there's a couple. We all have a couple. All right, now I'm just folding again on the 4 and the 5. I know we did one already, and we're just going to plug away quickly at the next 2. This one and that one, the other one. And yeah, and we're finished some of our coffins. Coffins. I feel like I should have some like spooky voice or something. I should have spooky music. It's 1:15 a.m., but I'm still awake. I can't make it to 1 o'clock in the morning. I barely make it to 8. It's high energy, I guess. Tires me out. You have a 6-year-old granddaughter. Some they just need to test, and she's the youngest of her pack of siblings, and the other one just graduated, and the other one I think is her first year in high school. So the older sister. So, and she's fantastic. She's wonderful. Like she's a good kid. She listens all the time and has patience when I say, okay, well, we've got like 6 big trucks right behind each other. Let's let them go. Let them pass, and then we'll cross safely. Trying to stop 6 big trucks, I don't see that being very successful, you know. So let's not pick an accident or pick a situation that we're gonna have a difficult time getting ourselves out of. No, I was very honored by it. He said you had a great control of the traffic and how to move things along and keep things progressing. And I said, thank you very much. I was greatly appreciated by that, actually. I was very, very flattered. Felt like I knew what I was doing. No, not everything's paper piece. And I said, if you don't even want a paper piece, Diane 57. This one's an easy one, though. Really, it is. It's only 7 pieces. I thought it was a great beginner. You can just do an applique or a Dresden that looks like a coffin. You know, tuck those little corners in instead of rounding the point or whatever, you know. So you could totally do that. We're working on coffins. We're not trying to be, you know, weird or anything. Just comes by naturally. Oh, I went to press this instead of just finger pressing. Give it a little heat pressing. We're working on coffins. These ones over here, check them out. We got these ones done so far. Aren't they pretty? And you can use some really fun, funky fabric. Pop found this fabric, which is going to be our feature fabric, which you'll see white on the pattern, is a bunch of the skulls and trees. So I took a chunk out of that and used it as, I'm going to use it as 2 coffins. And then we had, this was another bit of fabric that we picked up for more coffins and maybe even a possible thin border. And then this was the other little fabric. I just thought, I liked the pattern of it, and to me I thought it would be pretty no matter what, not necessarily just as coffins, but. Isn't that cute? Yeah. And if you really want to partake, Diane 57, I will make you 10 coffins and send them to you. No problem. I would totally do that for you, girl. I got you. You pick the colors, I make them. I send them to you. We went to Len's Mills in Guelph. I dragged Pop out on Wednesday? Was it Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday right after Crossing Guard. Yeah, I normally walk with my friend Mary Jo on Wednesday morning, or, you know, usually every Tuesday or Wednesday morning, but because Tuesday was beginning of school, and anyways, and of course we have to move it later now that I'm doing Crossing Guard. We used to walk at 7 in the morning. Now we're walking at 9 in the morning. But anyways, her dog wasn't feeling very well. Harley had eaten something and was she was sick during the night. So she was going to get her to the vet and make sure everything was okay. So we didn't walk on Wednesday. So I captured Pop since he was on vacation and dragged him over to Len's Mills on an adventure. And he just had to sit in the passenger seat. I dragged him along. And took him out for like a late breakfast. It was just a sandwich. It was just a breakfast sandwich. And then we putted on home. So it was expensive, I have to say. I was a little disappointed in the pricing that they had. How big is it? 60 by 60, Robin. 60 by 60. But if you're just liking certain features of the quilt projects or blocks, then, you know, feel free to implement something of your own. Smaller, bigger, whatever, add another border. They're all free patterns that we are sharing and have made ourselves. We're sharing that as well as free. So there's no cost to anybody on this fun, cute Halloween quilt. So, you're welcome. All right, there's another one done. We don't want to say another one bites the dust because there we go. Isn't that neat? Just give that a press and then a trim. Just trim out just like that. So we will still be doing our live stream tomorrow, which is the line burst. It seems like more people don't have lime in their project than people who do, but it's a burst quilt and it's free too. Could you do that link here too, honey, to share with them, or is that going to work on this? I don't know. Oh, there we go, exclamation line if you want to partake in that beautiful project. I'm making it for my godson and his soon-to-be wife. And they're getting married next year, but I just want to make sure it's, you know, done, check off the list, don't have to worry about it, that sort of thing. So I got the time, let's do it now, and it's a beautiful project, and I would like a little bit of a change from what we had been working on. You know, and we need to do something with our own stuff, not just a kit. But I'm looking forward to drawing the name for the winner of the quilt, though. Very excited by that. Very excited. So there's another one. There we go. We're slowly making our coffin army. All right, we got this one here. And this one's got like just scorpions and spiders and some webbing and stuff. So I didn't really have anything too fussy cut. It kind of looks like the scorpions coming in from the side across the coffin. So, but here's hoping it works out. Okay, so I had that one pinned already to rock. I think that was the first one we were going to start off with, but I did backwards. You know, that's the way it goes. That's just the way it goes. Where can I get the Halloween pattern? You can get this one at the link Pop will share. Because everything is free. Everything is free. Free for you and free for me. There you go, Debbie. There's the pepperoni. Oh, this could be used a little trim. And these are a little long on this side. Because we only need a quarter. It's best to line up everything nice and even. So let's put those on. No problemo. We like free around here. We're frugal. And our next one. Put that up here, and then we'll give it a little press to keep everything in place before we start working on our other two pieces. Okay. And no time at all, you can have yourself a whole, I was gonna say graveyard, but that's not quite it. What do they call them? Funeral home? I don't know. All right, let's press this, and then we'll trim. There's like 3 or 4 little annoying flies around here. Try to get them. I got one before the stream, but at least they're not totally bugging me now. Okay, folding on the 4 and trimming, and then folding on the 5 and trimming. Can you bottle me up some of your energy and send it to me? I wish I could, Teresa. Trust me, I would. Pop would have been a millionaire a long time ago if he could have figured out what keeps me going. I think my mom was the first to figure about patenting that idea about what is in that kid and can we bottle it. You need to be on every day. I like it when you sew while you are on. It's like you're sitting in my sewing room talking with me. Of course I am. House is too quiet all about yourself. I'm here. I'm here to tell you you don't need to dust either. Because I don't care. I came to see you, not the dust. So his girlfriend used to always apologize. Sorry, my house is a mess. I'm like, did I come to see your house? She goes, no. I go, oh, there we go. Are you a mess? I could hug you if you were a mess. I'm not hugging your house, though. She used to always make her laugh. She goes, you're just so weird. Oh, yeah, whatever. Potato, potato. How's the shed fun going? It's coming along really well. We're actually been working on some stuff to make us progress a little as we're going along. So sometimes it just takes a little bit to get started, but it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. We got to do some paperwork with the township, figure out what they want, and go from there. Pop's pretty adamant that the space that is the garage, small, it's not even really, it's like a 1-car garage, is not going to be big enough. And I say it'll be okay because, you know, I think it'll be okay, right? So, but he doesn't think so. All right, now we're going to press these open. I say I'll adapt. And it'll be just fine. right? I can make room. I could do what I need to do, shift this, shift that. So, but he's concerned there's not going to be enough space. So he's thinking about if we apply for the right, maybe we can up the footage, like the footage of the space where it is. Pop's right. Yeah, I have a feeling everybody was going to agree with him. So you need the size of a... That's what he was thinking. That's exactly what he was thinking, Super Piece. So, or Piece Rose, whichever you prefer to be called. If you want to be Super Piece Rose, I'm not sure I'll always remember that. You side with Bob. Oh, yes, of course, Carol. It'll have to be out there. Oh, you guys are all... Gee, okay. See, I'm like, fine, we can raise the roof, or like lift it up, and then put the new roof on and fix the inside. We're good to go. So I'd be happy. How do you print from a PDF? Oh, that's a good question, Debbie. Do you have, what's that program? Oh, gee, Adobe? Isn't it Adobe? Pop should help you, or should be able to help you, sorry. We're trying to move the quilt shop that's in the house between, because it's taken over the living room and dining room for almost 4 years. It's just like a big L unit of a house, so it's like just a bungalow. So literally behind you is like the long arm, the fabric, the door, the bathroom, kitchen's over here, bedrooms are there. That's it. There you go. That's the whole place. There's nothing hiding. So and really the space of the garage is pretty much the same space as I have right here. So, and it is a little cluttered because I've got lots of quilt projects, and I want to hold on projects, and I want to have fabric, and I have, stash and sections cut out, and I have books that I'd like to keep, and magazines I'd like to keep, and my tea collection, and Yes, he does, Teresa. Yes, he does. I don't blame him, though. He was very nice to give me all this space for this long, and I understand, but we gotta make some progress. So, and progress is getting the shop its own space. That's what he was looking. Actually, he had a couple of ideas. Need to expand the business. Not just that. Oh, yeah, it needs to expand the business too. Yes, for sure. Yeah, because we, a private place for people to change and not have to be my bathroom. That sort of thing. It always made me feel weird. I want to do the best I can, but I'm not getting to let them change in my bedroom. So, It'll be progress. If we want it done right, I have to learn to have patience and make sure all the T's are crossed and the I's are hearted and all that sort of fun stuff. So, and we will, because we want it done right. Hi, Robin. Mwah. Big hugs to you, darling. I'm sorry. I was trying to say hi and still had water in my mouth at the same time. I was excited to see you instead of spit it out. Just kind of like choke on it. Well, that's what I was thinking. So, but I don't know if it'll allow to go, if we can, via the rules of the township, because we have an antique barn next to us that they've redone. The guys have done a fantastic job on the barn. But because I don't know visually if they will allow us to go up. That's the problem. So, well, there is no foundation in it really. It's like, it's all cracked. It's half cement, half dirt. It's 50 or 60 years old. So there was no insulation in it. It was just boards. We put insulation in it. We put like some poly plastic covering on it. It was a thick board of some sort, so it was pretty stable. But the wood chips wouldn't stick to it, and glue wouldn't stick to it, and things wouldn't stick to it. Being like if it was a drywall or whatever, right? So, but oh, bye, Amy. Watch later. All right, see you later. We need to build a new one. I'm holding for Mother. Pop's got his idea. All right, so this is our last little coffin that we're gonna be making. Well, today. Isn't that cute? Don't they look nice? I think they look cute. It's a good start to our little project. Oh, it's not hard. It's just, well, because I'm frugal. I think it's ching, ching, cha-ching, cha-ching, ching, ching. And I'm like, I got lint and some buttons. I got lots of that. I'd sell a kid, but, you know, I don't have any to spare. All right, there we go. Isn't that cute? Yeah, we're making 10 of those. So I got, what is it here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I just need to make 3 more. So I have to make another one like this one, like that one there. Does this mean the 12-hour stream will get pushed back? No, it won't. No, it'll still happen. Just because the garage is being a little delayed. No, it'll still happen. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You can't get rid of me that fast. What are you trying to do? Try to, Donna Faye. Yeah, so those are our cute little blocks. Block 1 of the Halloween. And then we got a few more. So free pattern. Super fun. Yeah, actually we talk almost about it. We should do that. I was trying to think of ideas, wasn't I? I was driving back and forth. Pop was actually, as they say, hostage. He wasn't, well, he had no choice but to ride because he was in the passenger seat. So I was driving, where did we go? I guess it was to Lens Mills or was it Costco that day? I don't know. But I kept talking about what kind of games could we make up? Like what kind of games could we have? What can we play with? I want to have some fun. What is the final project supposed to look like? It's in the corner. It's in the corner. Very similar to that. But with the blocks, the coffins and the bats and the all that sort of fun stuff. What we did today is we just need to do 3 more, but it's the dark ones, the dark squares on the besides the orange ones at the top, and then on either side of the green, which the green is bats. You will see that. Hello, Bernadette. Because everybody's going to be different, so we're making it as we're going. Well, it is made there, but we're building it as we're going. Anybody have any questions? You picked up Library? I'm looking forward to starting that tomorrow. Tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow. I was just going to say, what day is it today? It's been a very busy week with the start of school. What time is it there? I hear crickets. It is 11:35 a.m. And the crickets have been going like crazy. Yeah, so we'll see everybody tomorrow at 1. I'm assuming. Be there, be square. There we go. Perfect. Thank you. And we're off Monday and Tuesday, so I am lost. We were off Monday. Oh, you were off Monday and Tuesday, so you're lost. Well, school always starts the day after Labor Day, so it's always the Tuesday after Labor Day. That's when school starts. Be there, be half square. Be an HST. Yeah, it was just that project. That was it. Sorry. It was just that. It was just the weekend project. I know. I'm sorry. Anybody want to talk about anything else? You want to share any news? For the gray for the outsides of the coffins, that's what I'm using. Whatever background fabric you want. You'll need a little bit more than a half meter, or half a yard, sorry. I had 20 inches, and if I hadn't made the mistake on the one block, I would have had enough to do the 10. So I'm pretty sure. I have it all like cut out here. So, but you can mix and match. You can mix and match your background fabrics of your coffin. They don't always have to be gray. You know, if you do 5 of one and 5 of another, or 4 of one and 4 of another, and keep the 1s and the 2 in the center, or different ones. I mean, bust your stash, use your half square or your fat quarters, use whatever it is that you need to do. So, yeah. Model is this of the machine I'm sewing on. This one is a Janome. What's your color? Janie, and she's a Memory Craft 6700P. Yeah, we had some power issues, so we couldn't really rely on our computers, and they kept shutting down and losing stuff. So it was very frustrating since Saturday of trying to get things all done. I couldn't even get Munchkin to start his block of the month so we get it done for next weekend, that sort of thing. So 2 p.m. your time? Yes, because you're in Nova Scotia, aren't you, Joseph? Well, thank you very much, everybody. You have yourself a fantastic... Where can you find the pattern? Pop will share it there, Tina. And it will also be on the website. Use the same machine? I love this machine, except she's a little moody. I colored Janie. She's moody. You have to use a slow hand with Janie. Yes, we will see you all tomorrow. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, okay, well, congrats to Donovan. Missed that. All right. Bye, everybody. Enjoy. Make your coffins. I want to see them. Thank you, Patsy.